Welcome back, awesome H.A.C.K.S fans and subscribers. I have a X-Men Origins Sabretooth, X-Men Origins Wolverine Sabretooth figure here, which I got, again, relatively cheap here in China. I'd like to get some more of this line, but really quite hard to find these days. He looks pretty cool, he looks unusual. I've seen him on eBay from anything from about $9 US to 35, 40 upwards. I paid less than 9 for him, and I got him new. I'm going to open him because he's not worth a huge fortune and review him for you guys to see what he's like. I'm quite excited this one because he's such a, well, not such a rare, but not a commonly seen figure, so it'd be pretty cool. Okay, on the back it shows him, Wolverine, Weapon X, Logan, Deadpool, and I think there's another Deadpool who's covered up by this sticker here, which I can't peel off. I'm not sure. Maybe the one with his mouth covered from the movie. Who knows? This is the comic series one, not the movie series one. So it's the comic Sabretooth, not the movie one. Is that Shia LaBeouf? I can't remember who it was who did the movie. Okay, let's open him up and have a look. Okay, here we go. He's open. He looks pretty menacing. His hands are huge. He's way too long. The fingernails, yeah, but anyway, let's get him out. Has a cloak. Has these two quite great looking clubs as well, which I'm quite keen on. The cloak does come off, which is great because that can be used on a variety of figures and it's quite atmospheric. So cloak looks cool. The paint app on the fur is pretty nice, but the rest is very, very basic. Clubs need to be inked and dry brushed, and they are exactly the same, but they are really good and probably worth making copies of for your other figures to have wooden clubs. Maybe your orcs in boss fight studios could do some clubs like this, or your barbarians, or whoever else you want to have them. Pretty damn good. Figure. It appears to have, okay, I see what it is. It's not a bent leg, it's these hip joints which I can't stand on these figures. His feet look really quite strange. They're sort of clown boot shoes, but he should stand up really quite well because of that. Says 2008, made in China, I think. He looks quite cool. Let's have a look at his articulation. There's really some things I can see I'm not keen on. Let's look at the sculpt first. The face sculpt is pretty cool. It's got long teeth. You can do him as an undead with a paint job, as a vampire, or keep him as he is, or do him as a normal guy with almost like a mullet haircut. It's got the sideburns, long hair, menacing face. Okay, the hair though is going to hinder his articulation. So left and right is okay. He doesn't really have an up and down, and there's no side to side. The head comes off quite easily. Very long neck stem there. Okay. Shoulders don't go so close to his body, but they do go nice and far up. I mean, really far up there. There's no articulation on the hands. Bicep curl, arm bend. He gets the 90 degrees on this hand, and he gets over 90, or just about 90 again on that hand. So that's pretty cool. You can see the fingers are really long. That's even if I exclude the fingernails, his long claws, still really long. But it's a great looking figure. Waist, he has the trunk, and that's a nice stiff trunk side to side. There is minimal forwards and backwards. There's nothing on the waist. Hip joints I can't stand. He can go this far. Get him back here. Have to twist the hips around. Doesn't go very far forwards. And he doesn't go very far backwards. Never mind. Okay. Double knee joints. Sculpt hinders a little bit, getting too tight, but he looks cool. Feet, they twist And that's pretty much it. There's not much else in there because of the sculpt. So I'm going to get his legs close together for you, so he can stand up straighter. Let's see how he scales compared to some other 118 figures. Stand straight. It's got these big clown feet. Look ridiculous, but it makes him a lot easier to balance. And he's not standing straight now. It's like he's got one leg longer than the other. And that's to do with those hip joints again, I'm sure. Okay, so let's put him here. Let's take a G.I. Joe first of all. Yeah, he's a big boy compared to the G.I. Joe. He does go over him by quite a bit. Let's look at a boss fight. Boss fight is going to be taller. So he compares, well, with the boss fight, he's slightly taller, not a lot. So he's going to be dwarfed by my lovely Hulk here. And he should really be a bit taller than that in reality, but he does look good. Compare him to a Joy Toy. He's bigger than a Joy Toy. Terminator. Yeah, he's much bigger than Terminator as well. I like this quite a lot. There's lots and lots of potential here for, you know, customizing, making your own figures, copying the head, maybe copying the hands. I would be tempted to chop those hands off, replace them, or add articulation, which could be a bit difficult unless you've got small joints or have very awkward looking or incorrect anatomically looking wrists, but it's doable. Or just taking off the forearms and copying the arms, the hands, using them on other figures. Here's a nice looking figure. So look at his clubs again. He holds them quite well. The nice thing is with the clubs is that they get thicker as you go up. So even on his left hand, which is not made for holding stuff, because the club gets thicker, he can still hold it in place. And his clown feet mean that he can even balance with his back foot on the toes because his front foot is so wide. This is quite a good purchase. I wonder if I can find any more of these. I don't know. And at the same price or less would be nice. That even his claws will hold that in a different way as well. That's quite cool. He is pretty cool. I think for the money I paid, not a lot. In dollars, I paid probably about $6 with including delivery. Pretty good. If I could find more at that price, I would get them for the customizing options. In fact, the more I look at these clown feet, the more I like them because he can stand up so easily. But I would be tempted to copy them and then use them on a sculpt which doesn't have this trouser legs coming so low, so you can't get any sort of rock in there. So I'm going to stand straight as well while I'm here. So it's the right leg that's having the issue. Okay, let's have a look. I don't want to say his right leg is shorter, but come on, that's like a big difference there. And it looks like it's short here, or not pulled out much. So yeah, he's like constantly leaning over to his right because his right leg does appear to be shorter, or maybe it's pushed more into the joint than the left and pushed the left in a little bit. It does appear to be shorter, but he's a great looking figure. The clubs are awesome. The club's pretty damn cool too. This is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy and keep collecting. Bye bye.